Hey everyone! Today I am so excited to be sharing several super easy home decor projects and hacks using supplies from Dollar Tree. These are all very quick and inexpensive projects. Some will only take you a minute or two to complete, and I love how they all turned out. So let's get started. For the first project, I will be using this wooden triangle shadow box from Dollar Tree. I want to be able to stand it upright and display some greenery or succulents in it, but the width or the sides are quite narrow, so I'm going to extend it. To do that, I will need one 5-gallon paint stir stick. I'll also be using a couple popsicle sticks and painting it with white acrylic paint. First, I stand the triangle upright and lay the stick down next to the triangle base, and I measure and mark the length of the triangle base, and then I trim it. I also lightly sand the sides to round it off. You can also trim it to match the angle. I add some glue on the sides of the paint stick and I adhere that to the base of the triangle like so. And now we have an extended base to display things on. I sand down the edges a little bit more just to soften it even more, but you can also sand it to match the angle of the triangle. I'm going to paint a few inches of the bottom sides of the triangle as well as the base. I measure, mark, and tape off the area I don't want painted, and I'm going to be using Apple Barrel's white. I paint downward strokes so the paint won't seep underneath the tape. I did purposely pick out this color. There were other designs which I'm sure I would have just painted over, but I did like this green, so I'm leaving it as is. I'm using a fine detailed brush to make sure I don't paint on the green. You could also just cover the edges as well with painter's tape. When I'm done painting the sides, I remove the tape, including the sticker on the back. Then I touch up the front. I run a strip of tape across from end to end, and that helps to make sure the lines are straight and even. Next, I place 3 popsicle sticks on the top part of the triangle, and I space them out evenly, and then I mark them, trim them, and then glue them down. Now, I didn't stain these. These were the darkest of the pack, and I think the color matches so well with the unpainted areas of the triangle sides. Now, you can easily place whatever you want inside the triangle. This turned out absolutely adorable, very easy to make, and I love how it turned out. I bought this pack of 4 Tealight candle holders from Dollar Tree, and I wanted to make a rustic wooden holder for them. And I'm going to be using a box of Dollar Tree's tumbling tower blocks to build it. The blocks come in a pack of 72. I'm going to be using about 58 blocks, leaving me left with 14 blocks which I will be using in the next DIY. I make a square with 4 blocks and I glue them together like so, and I make 4 sets of these. I'm using wood glue that I got from Dollar Tree, but you can use your preferred glue, and I'm making sure to wipe out any excess glue that squeezes out before it dries in case I want to stain it later. Next, I gather 21 blocks. I take a block and lay it on its side, and then I glue 4 blocks flat side by side next to that. And then I take another block and glue it on its side again, just like the first one. And then I glue down another 4 flat side by side next to that. Then I just repeat the pattern with the rest of the 21 blocks, ending with a block on its side. Then I make another matching set with 21 more blocks, and these will make the sides of the wooden holder. So to assemble, I stand up one of the rectangle pieces, and then I make sure the square pieces fit nicely like so. I apply glue on the left and right sides of the square, and then I attach the other rectangle side. I'm going to add some color with Waverly antique wax. I apply that with a foam brush, applying in sections, and then with a damp cloth I wipe out the excess before it dries. and I really wipe it down so that this will dry to a nice rustic shade and texture. So I just continue applying the color all over and wiping out the excess before it dries with a damp cloth. This dries beautifully. I place the candle holders in them, which fits perfectly, and I drop in the Tealight candles. I also bought this 4-pack votive candles with a vanilla scent from Dollar Tree, and these also fit in the candle holders. But looking at it, I didn't want the votive candles sticking out, so I replaced the glass with these larger ones instead. I really love how this turned out. As I mentioned earlier, I have 14 blocks left from the prior project, and I'm going to use 8 of them for this DIY. I'll also be using this polyester desk organizer from Dollar Tree. I love the pattern on this one. And 1 rectangle wood plank or slat. This came in a pack of 6, and I had 1 left from a prior project already stained with watered down acrylic paint. First, I take 2 blocks and glue them end to end. Then I take another block and I glue that standing upright on the end of one side. And then I glue another block on the opposite side. And then I repeat that and make another set. You can paint or stain these, but I am going to leave it natural. We are almost done. This DIY takes only minutes to complete. Then I drop in the plank. And I place the glued blocks underneath the organizer, 1 on each end. And that is it! A very easy hack to turn this desk organizer into a little planter. I love how it turned out. I hope you enjoyed these inexpensive Dollar Tree decor projects and hacks. If you did, let me know in the comments below which one is your favorite. Have a wonderful week. Until next time, bye!